Everyone, welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah, music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today is July 2nd, 2024. What a blessing it has been to be part of this community from all over the world for so long. We began this broadcast at the beginning of the pandemic, and now here we are, 4.5 years later, ready to continue learning Torah, to greet each other, to say good morning, to love each other. So let's see who's here. We can start that day together. It is broadcast 1084. It is day 270 since October 7th. We count time together, we mark life moments together, and we strengthen our world, our people, our souls, each other together. Let's see who's here so we can say good morning. Penny, Ron, Adele, it's good to see you. Siona and Carl, Ellen and Amy, Helen and Lydia, Bokertov. Hi Minna, hi Linda, good to see all of you. Lisa and Helen, Israel Campbell, my dear friend, miss you. Can't wait till we can take a walk together again in Israel. I'll be there at the end of July. I hope that we'll have a chance to take a good walk. Amy and Ron, Susan and Stanley, Bokertov, Deborah, sending you all my best. Thank you for all your encouragement. Cecile and Sharon, Judy, Boker Tov. Hi, Jonathan. Good to see all of you. Barbara and Barbara, Boker Tov. Nice to see you too. Tiona, we are sending a Misha Berach to your dear husband, Thomas David Ben Catherine, sending him all of our best wishes for a speedy and full recovery. Penny, thanks for the reminder. It is broadcast 1084. Let's take a breath, start our learning together. Stan, your mother is in Aventura Hospital. I just read that because Barbara wished you well. Let me join Barbara, and all of us join me in wishing your mother a speedy healing and you strength. Here we go. Beth, that's lovely, but I don't have a brother named Mark. All right, friends, let's wish two happy birthdays. One is to Amy's big son's 45th birthday, and Judy, to your baby son's 42nd birthday. Happy birthday. And Karen, sending love to Tennessee. I also want to dedicate Torah today to the memory of Leora Argamani, Zichrona Livracha. She died of cancer just yesterday. Her daughter, Noah Argamani, was rescued by Tzahal, by the IDF, after being a hostage for over 250 days. Noah's mother only wished to see her daughter again. And when Noah was rescued by Tzahal, this is captured on video, the soldiers said, "We are here to bring you to your mother." And all Noah asked was, "Is my mother still alive?" and the blessing, the very complicated blessing of them being reunited for the last 3 weeks of Lior's life, should remind us all what's at stake, should remind us all of what we are fighting for, and should remind us of the core of who we are in the Torah, in today, through and through. In the book of Genesis, there is a moment where Joseph reveals himself. And if you remember the text, he says in that moment, Ha'od Avichai, is my father still alive? You watch that video. You watch that video of Noah Argamani being rescued by Israeli soldiers after unfathomable amounts of pain, after being taken hostage from the Nova Festival. And the question on her mind is my mother still alive? It was a blessing, a complicated blessing, for them to be together again. I pray that Leora knew, because I know that she was toward the end of her life. I pray that she knew that she was with her daughter, and that you could hear her daughter's words, I love you. Today's Torah is for them. It's Parshat Korach, and let's talk about parents and children. At the end of the Korach story, and for those who are unfamiliar, just a very quick reminder, Korach is from the tribe of Levi. He's a cousin of Moses and Aaron, and is dissatisfied with the honor that comes his way, though he is very honored. He was respected in the community, but something in him was so broken that he didn't feel it was enough. And so not only does he challenge Moses and Aaron's authority, he challenges God's choice of them. We'll talk tomorrow a little bit more directly about the kind of challenge that Korach posed. But in the end, the rebellion is put down miraculously. God causes a miracle to happen, and everyone who is part of Korach's rebellion dies, is swallowed up by their hundreds of direct followers, and then many more people who were influenced by his demagoguery. And the consequences of that are dire. It said that everyone associated with Korach died. But then later in this book, the book of Bamidbar, of Numbers, there is a section that says, but the sons of Korach did not die. It's very strange. I want you to think about just how strange it is that everyone associated with Korach in this week's Torah portion, it says, died, and the sons of Korach, we learn pretty soon, did not die. We know their names because they're told earlier in the lineage of the tribe of Levi. And not only that, we know that they live because in the book of Psalms, much, much later in the Jewish canon in Tanakh, we have at least 3 Psalms that are associated with the children of Korach. If you want to look at Psalms 44, 45, 46, but they are introduced with this very interesting phrase, Lamnatzech livnei Korach maskil, a song the children of Korach, before the children of Korach, maskil, which means seichel, thinking, intelligence. And we have to wonder what it was that made it possible for them to live. And there are a lot of midrashim, a lot of stories about this, many legends, that they saw that their father was doing wrong. And they didn't want to disrespect their father, but there was a tradition that when your teacher passed by, you stood up. And when Moshe Rabbeinu, when Moses passed by in the camp, even though their father was leading a campaign against Moshe, they knew that it was the right thing to do to show him respect, but they didn't want to show disrespect to their father. And they decided in the end to find a way to show respect to Moshe. And the Midrash says that because they worked hard, they paused in the middle of their father's language, in the middle of the community going wrong, because they paused and had a conscience and shifted direction, they earned a place in the world. They lived on. Hi, Raf. I love you. Nice to see you. I love when my son is here. Hi. But I want to say something more. Not only did they show a really important leadership skill, a human skill, of pausing and not being swept away by something that sounds contagious or compelling, even from someone that they're very close with. They paused and changed direction, and they earned a place in the canon. And they say in one of the later Psalms associated with them, this is 45, Lamnatseach al shoshanim livnei Korach maskil shir yedidot. That's the introduction to Psalm 45. And listen to the translation. Lamnatseach, here's the song for the conductor, some say, about roses for the children of Korach, maskil, enlightened thinking, shir yedidot, a song of beloved friends. Not only did they change course, but they managed to be, as tradition calls them, a rose among the thorns. It is hard to step away from a very compelling or contagious mob sentiment. Rebellion is a nice way of describing what happened with Korach. It is better understood as an insurrection. By contesting not only Moses and Aaron, but by contesting the institution of God's service that they were clearly following and had always been dedicated to, Korach and his followers attacked the very core of community, attacked the institutions of the nation. And so, as we look at this, for us to understand how hard it must have been for Korach's sons to change course, we recognize that the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible itself, gives them beautiful language, associates them with roses among thorns. And that is really important for us to think about. How important it is for us to retain the beauty even amidst a moment that feels so wrong, and for us to encourage everyone we know with Torah, with Jewish values, with deep, beloved friendships, to choose a better path. You know, there's another version of the Midrash, actually, that the children of Korach did tshuva, but not before. You see, the miracle that ends our story, it's a complicated one, is that after Korach's rebellion, God caused the earth to open its mouth, and Korach and all of his followers, including his sons, were swallowed by the earth. But then in the earth, says this midrash, right outside of the biblical text, once swallowed, we know from the text in Numbers that the sons of Korach did not die. They sang these songs and psalms. They sang. They sang to God of their own shame, of their own tshuva, their repentance. They sang recognizing that this had been wrong. And from that song, they were able to rise again, to sprout from the earth like roses. May we be blessed, friends, in these moments of uncertainty, to pause, to change direction if we must, to recognize that a mob mentality does not lead to good, that insurrections harm all of society, and that what we do in these moments matters quite a lot. If we do our jobs well, we might even be blessed to find harmony from surprising places, to see roses amidst thorns. We are called to see that that's possible. So I bless us. I bless us on this 270th day since October 7th, on this 1084th broadcast, and in memory of Leora Argamani, who held out hope that she would one day see her daughter again. Sometimes things can change for the better. We have to believe that. We have to hold on to that. We have to work hard to believe in the possibilities that things will get better. And then we have to double down on what Rabbi Jonathan Sachs taught us, which is that the difference between optimism and hope is that optimism is the belief, naive belief, that the world will get better. But hope is a commitment that Jews hold dear, that we can do something to make the world better. That's on us. May we be blessed to help the world take one step in the right direction, maybe even to change course and to get there faster. So let's double down on that hope. Kol od baleva pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulfatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvatenu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון Yerushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. Take care, friends. See you tomorrow.